Hey folks, welcome to the BullDawg Show. We're going to do a little experiment today. Bought me a new smoker, but I bought this piece of meat the other day, and they call it a beef chuck tender. I thought it was a tenderloin, not a tenderloin. Well, it turned out it come apart in about 6 different pieces when I pulled it apart, and I used some of it for roast or for beef stew. Worked out perfect. Awesome. Here's what I got left. So I'm going to take and try to smoke it. See how it turns out. Worst we can do is ruin it. It cost me $8. And we used half of it. So $4 worth of meat. And we're just going to see what happens. So when I get ready to put it on the smoker, like I said, I just got a new smoker. New Pit Boss Series 4. This thing looks awesome. But we're going to try it out. I haven't used it yet. So not only are we going to be trying out the smoker, we're going to be trying out this meat just to see what happens. So we'll be back when we're ready. I just pulled it out. We're going to let it sit about an hour here on the counter, warm up. Then we're going to fire the smoker up. So when I get ready to do that, we'll be back. Okay, here's part of our experiment. I'm going to put my 3 probes in here that I know work real well. This is what I use in case you guys were looking for it. It is the thermal probe, 4-color coated probe. Looking to see if I see a number on it. It doesn't, I don't see any kind of number, but it's the 4-color probe with the remote. Has a unit that clips or magnetically hooks to your smoker. And then it's got the remote that you can watch it from in the house. So we've got them hooked up. And I'm also going to use the Pit Boss probe in this thicker piece to see how close the two of them are. So let's go ahead and get this outside. The smoker's not quite heated all the way up, but that's fine. It's creating smoke, so we can go ahead and get it in. All right. Let's open the door. I love that latch. It's a whole lot different than the others. And we're actually going to set you down. We're back. Here's what we got. Okay. I'm going to take this big piece. I'm going to put their probe in it right beside the other one. There we go. Now, we're going to take their other probes. We've got black, which is number 3. We're going to plug it in. Let's find number 2 here, which is blue. And we'll see what this other one is. This is the great green one. So it's number 4. All right. So we got them all plugged in. It's starting to heat up. Let's see. Well, we're showing 40s on our meats. That one's showing 62, but it is dropping. So we'll see what it says here in a little bit. Let's go ahead and close her up. Like I said, I love this latch. See, it's so much easier. You can do it one-handed. I love that. So let's see what we got here. It's still dropping there, 56 and 40 something. And it's, like I said, it's still dropping. So we'll see how close they are here in a few minutes. And I've already taken a screenshot of the actual Wi-Fi part of it on my phone. Of course, I'm using my phone, so I will show you the screenshot. It's pretty neat how it works. We got everything set up. It's going to rain here in a little bit. We've had snow, of course. And now we're going to warm up and get a bunch of rain. And then possibly some, the way they're talking, some icy stuff later tonight or in the morning. So we'll just have to wait and see. Now, this thing is not as insulated as the 5 Series and the other ones. They're the same size box, which I've noticed. But here's the difference, and I'll show you this real quick. If you can see back here in the back, there's smoke ports all the way around. So what they've had to do is they had to take out some of the insulation in order to get them smoke ports in place. So you do not want to put your probe on this box, because it does get pretty hot. Put it on the back part, which is your pellet container. It stays cool. All right, we're gonna let this thing rock and roll here, and this came put together, and I will look at this later to find out why that door is cocked like that. But other than that, we're ripping and raring. Let's get her going. All right, here's the plan, Stan. Because this stuff is chuck tender instead of regular tenderloins, it's pretty tough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull them here in a little bit. They're at 125, 130 respectively. We're getting some beef stock. And what we're going to do, because like I said, we're experimenting with this meat, the smoker's doing its job. Actually, I'm very impressed with the smoker. We're going to take this pan and fill it about halfway with beef stock and maybe some butter. And then we're going to put that meat back in here, and we're going to cover it and then put it back out on the smoker and let it smoke at like 220 degrees, 225, until it reaches like 200 degrees and see what happens. So that's the plan. That's where we're at. Now, whether or not it's going to work, that's a different story. But again, it's an experiment, so we're going to try it, see what happens. So let me get this done. We're going to heat up our beef stock on the stove so that we're not putting our meat back into cold water. But we're going to heat it up and then put it in here, cover it up. I've already got my cover for it. And hey, let's just see what happens. Because like I said, we did it with beef stew, and this stuff turned out so tender and so juicy. It was unbelievable with that beef stew. So let's try it with this and see what happens. So we'll be back. There it goes. All right, we got one done. 204 is the blue one.
All right. You got something to grab? You can grab the whole thing.
Reach in, pull my stuff off there. There's the blue one. The next one back. Little one.
Wee fella.
Well, let's see if we can get a hold of it there.
Pull with me.
I can't hold on to it. Yeah, them plastic ones just didn't want to hold on to it.
Yeah, you can cut this out.
Yeah,
We'll go on in.
Yeah, all right, here we go. We're going to pull this one. We've already pulled one and pretty much ate it all. And like I said, this was junk meat. It's called a beef chuck tender. But this is what it turns out to be. If that ain't pretty, I don't know what is. A little drier than I like, but man, that stuff is good. That smoker did its job. And what I put on it was pork butt rub. Believe it or not, I put it on beef. And the crap is amazing. So there's what you got, folks. The only complaint I have about the smoker, get my hand out of the way. The complaint I have about the smoker is the app is not wanting to work properly. So I'll make an addendum if I get that working right. Okay? Till next time. See ya. Hey, yeah, it's me, Monster. Hit that notification bell down there, and please subscribe.